welcome back to Football Daily, where today we are looking at 10 reasons to hate the club that is England's most successful, the world's richest, and is supported by Joe Tomlinson. This should be easy then. 10. The Establishment Club. Manchester United may have won a record 20 Premier League titles, 3 Champions League and a plethora of other trophies, and have an annual revenue of over £500 million. But their success has come at a price, almost universal hatred. As the banner hanging at the modestly named and self-proclaimed Theatre of Dreams attests, United are hated, adored, never ignored. One of the reasons for this animosity is their reputation as an establishment club. Fans across the world have questioned the fairness of former Chief Executive of United, David Gill, sitting on the boards of not only the FA, but also UEFA's executive committees. Not only do they have an unfair influence in the politics of the beautiful game, but they are also favoured by the powers that be. Sir Matt Busby, Sir Bobby Charlton and Sir Alex Ferguson, compared to Bill Shankly, Bob Paisley and Kenny Dalglish. Spot the difference? So expect knighthoods for United disciples Gary Neville and the likes of Wayne Rooney in the not too distant future. 9. Former player network. In football's very own type of nepotism, everywhere you look you'll find an ex-Man United player in a very prestigious job. You can't turn on your TV, radio or even open a newspaper without United alumni in the football section. And with page after page of coverage given to the comments of Brian Robson, Phil Neville, Rio Ferdinand, Paul Scholes and Michael Owen, it's easy for the Red Devils to avoid proper criticism. And not just this, the students of Sir Alex seem to need nothing else on their CV. A history at the club magically opens doors with many ex-players jumping into high-profile managerial roles with little experience. They haven't all gone so well though. 8. Sense of entitlement. Since Sir Alex Ferguson's retirement in May 2013, United have finished 7th, 4th, 5th and 6th. And it's become almost embarrassing to listen to the fans bleat on about their troubles. And the Old Trafford faithful didn't stay so supportive over David Moyes' reign. He received vitriolic abuse on social media, YouTube platforms and radio phone-ins after every poor performance. Shouldn't he be able to waltz into Old Trafford and succeed immediately? After all, he was the chosen one. Since Ferguson's retirement, United have spent an incredible £587 million on 19 players, which is more than they spent in the entirety of the Glaswegians' reign on 99 players. And with that figure in mind, for United to have won 1 Europa League, 1 FA Cup, 1 League Cup and to have only finished in the top 4 once is quite frankly embarrassing. 7. Killing the FA Cup. The FA Cup is the oldest football competition in the world, having first been contested in 1872. However, in recent years it has descended into somewhat of a joke. Premier League teams now routinely field weakened sides to save themselves for the league, meaning fans are denied the opportunity of a cup run and the chance of silverware. The likes of Mauricio Pochettino, Jurgen Klopp and Manuel Pellegrini have all received criticism for their perceived disrespectful attitude towards the tournament. But despite being routinely praised by commentators for their proud association with the cup, it is in fact United who set the precedent for the cup to be cast aside. In the year 2000, United pulled out of the cup with the blessing of the FA in favour of travelling to Brazil to play in the ill-conceived World Club Championship, in process giving up the right to defend their treble and sending the message that the FA Cup was no longer important. 6. Buying success. Due to a remarkable one-off crop in '92, the myth persists that United blood their own players. In actual fact, they consistently spend eye-watering sums on new signings with varying degrees of success. United's squad, which cost an incredible £782 million, is the third most expensive squad in the world, behind only PSG and Man City. Since the year 2000, they have spent over £25 million on 23 individual players, more than any other British club in that time. Their academy graduates may have played over 44,000 minutes in the 2016-17 Premier League campaign, over 20,000 more minutes than second-place Tottenham, but the majority of this was by players such as Heaton, Drinkwater and Fletcher, none of who still reside at Old Trafford. Current first-team players Rashford, Pogba and Lingard may have been at Carrington since an early age, but it's a massive stretch to suggest that Man United are built on the backbone of their academy, rather than on the wallet of their American owners. 5. Glory Hunters. In 2011, the Red Devils employed market research company Kantar to carry out a worldwide survey of their fan base. The results were staggering. According to their research, there are 651 million people worldwide who claim to follow United. That's a mind-blowing 1/10 of the global population. United fans are quite literally everywhere. and it's probably the sparkly trophies catching their attention. We all love winning, so fair enough, but it's allowed the Glazers to turn Old Trafford into a tourist attraction. With an increase in corporate seating and sales in half-and-half scarves booming, season ticket holders are being pushed out. And with a season ticket costing around £1,000, we are seeing the high-capacity ground slowly lower its volume. 4. Sir Alex Ferguson. Leading naturally from glory hunting to the man behind the trophies. When Sir Alex Ferguson arrived at Old Trafford in 1986 from Aberdeen, Liverpool were the dominant force in English football. Over his 26-year reign, Fergie completely altered the dynamics of the game, winning 38 trophies, including 13 league titles and 2 Champions Leagues. However, it's not his success that caused dislike. His power earned him special treatment. Throughout his time in the brick-built dugout, a lot of decisions went the Reds' way. Referees seemed swayed by fear, reputation, and the prospect of having their ability questioned on the back of every newspaper by the biggest personality in English football. The sight of any other manager routinely berating officials would be met with universal disgust, but not for Fergie, causing fans across the land to go into delirium when City and Aguero managed to nick the 2012 title from under the Scots' nose in injury time. 3. Favoured by Officials. Again, we move organically from Sir Alex to preferential treatment. In 2009, Liverpool manager at the time, Rafa Benitez, went on his facts rant, claiming United were routinely favoured by referees. And opposition fans agreed. But is there any truth to it? Whilst Martin Jol claimed officials needed to be brave to give a visiting team a penalty at Old Trafford, and Patrick Vieira claimed they had an unfair advantage, the statistics actually don't back this up. Since the Premier League's inception, United have been awarded 123 penalties, which is third behind Arsenal's 134 and Liverpool's 140. However, Fergie time was definitely no myth. In 2012, a BBC study found that United were given on average an extra 79 seconds of injury time when they were losing, more than any other side. Premier League's executive chairman Richard Scudamore didn't help the arguments of favouritism either when he claimed in 2014 that Manchester United's decline is bad for the game. 2. The brand. They have signed 12 sponsorship deals this year alone, including with Nissan, who is now the team's official noodle partner. Manchester United are everything that traditional fans hate, squeezing money out of their loyal followers and treating them like customers rather than fans. The Glazer family may have bankrolled United's success since 2005, but they've plunged the club into over £180 million worth of debt. And whilst fans of the Red Devils may hate the Florida family with regular chants of "Die Glazer die," their disinterested ownership style is now commonplace in the Premier League. 1. Relentless Success. Fans of Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool and City can hate United all they want, but one thing they can't deny is their success. They hold the British record for top-flight titles with 20, had 4 Ballon d'Or winners and were the first English side to win the European Cup. Their collection of 13 Premier League titles is more than all other sides put together. The United banner, not arrogant, just better, may be factually accurate for the majority of the Premier League era, but it also sums up just how unlikable the club are. But whilst winning the Premier League title for Blackburn or Leicester City was their absolute pinnacle, for United it's just another trophy. This has meant their comparative barren season, with no Premier League trophy since 2013, has had many haters jumping for joy. Thank you for watching, and if you like that, why not click here for another great video? And don't forget to like and subscribe.